Vegas.
All right. I'm bummed about that one.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
here's
big bummer.
Breaking news. Someone tried to cancel us.
Yeah. Dude.
We straight up got flooded and sabotaged.
Yeah. Hey, man. You need to turn your backlights on back there. Crank those puppies on real quick.
Continuity.
Yeah, I thought I was sleeping in on a nice little. Was that Memorial Day?
That was holiday.
Yeah, sleeping on a nice Memorial Day. Woke up to a FaceTime from my co-host Anthony, and heard the studio got flooded. I think some people thought it was a meme. I don't think everyone thought that was real.
Oh no, it was real. Well,
Yeah.
How would that be fake? I showed a video walking in with my beautiful rainbow-colored Hokas smashing through an inch of water.
I don't know. I don't think they thought it was that serious because I had people asking me all week this week. Yeah, that's funny.
No, that was horrible. I came here to get ahead, so I worked all weekend. Worked all week, right through the birthday. Mm-hmm. Worked all weekend, and I'm like,
you're
you know
40
what?
now.
I'm 40 now, looking pretty scruffed.
Hey man, you turned your lights off behind you now. What's going on?
What the effing hell?
Don't turn mine off. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Unreal.
Here we go.
You're gonna have to do the little.
Hold, please.
You mean unplug mine? Or wait.
Maybe if you do it like 50 times, it'll unplug yours. Ready? Oh, great! It's supposed to be a good episode.
Unreal. Mine's already on.
Unreal!
You gotta block it with your hand.
It's not like that. It's IR.
It's in real life.
No.
IRLs.
Turn yours off. Now
Okay.
This is not Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
It's not good. It's not good. Pressure is a privilege. We're battling in the face of adversity right now.
Yours is on?
Mine's on. I can cut all this out. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good.
No,
All
I don't
right.
cut it out.
Yeah, we're back.
It's raw.
Yeah, we don't
All right.
cut anything
Anyway,
out.
it flooded. It was real. Came here on a Monday.
Yeah.
Was here to. I'm like, nobody's gonna call today. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna get so far ahead.
That was my thought, too. I was like, I was going to go into my office a little bit later. Actually, right around when you called me. And, I mean, I was still sleeping. What am I talking about? But, yeah, I was going to go in and crush, too. But
I walked in.
Happens.
Jay was back here, like, loading some stuff up. Apparently, he texted me, and I didn't see it. I thought I was coming here, and nobody was going to be here, and I was going to get just smash work. And I opened the back door, and there's just all this water running. And I'm like, what the
Was
hell?
he just being
What is
casual
this?
about it?
He's like, hey, did you bring your key? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you might want to open that room up. And I opened it. I was like, of course. Just everything got wet, but the podcast studio got 80% of it.
Yeah.
This desk was sitting and it was just soaking it up. It's probably going to warp the wall. It was a nightmare.
I think that was like just God telling us. No, it wasn't God. He wants us to do this. I think it was some of thems. Just a bunch of thems.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a good omen.
Yeah.
Crush through it. Ain't never going to stop.
People were definitely confused, though, because I had multiple people reach out.
Well, who would
think it was my office? They're like, no, your new office. And I was like, I don't know. I guess it's a little hard to connect the dots when there's too much content out there, though.
Well, we did. It was filmed in here and
then
over at your
cut.
office. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I could see that. That makes sense. And most of it was filmed over
Yeah,
there
that's
on the
true.
whiteboard.
But we didn't record that. That was someone else that recorded that. The little segment, those were the neighbors.
That's right. They were over there drawing up our battle plan to get this thing back up and running. While I was here slaving away with the shop vac.
So BPM HQ2 is back and bigger. We did make it a little bit bigger.
You may not notice. This room is significantly bigger, and the door is tiny for whatever reason.
We blew the roof off this puppy. It's like 8 feet taller.
That was funny. It's probably also confusing because we went into something hilarious the same day that it was tragic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it didn't seem real. All right, here we go. Here we go. A little bit of documentation for you. Woo. What color?
I'll be black.
Okay. Ready? Wait. Drake.
Aliens.
The Vatican Vault.
Baby formula.
Dragon shoes.
3D printed lungs.
Pink slime.
CIA rebrands.
Easter Island.
Evil Mark Zuckerberg.
Acid rain.
Brain fog.
Joe Rogan.
Twilight.
BlackRock.
Cheese caves.
Dogecoin millionaires.
Haunted printers.
Bar soap crisis.
America's next top tyrant.
This is Brothers McGowan.
Dude.
So dumb.
Oh, man. Next top tyrant almost got me. That was funny.
I'm gonna
also, the way you spaced Evil Mark Zuckerberg is hilarious because
it was a font
it
issue.
just looks like Evil Mark. So I was going to say Evil Mark, and then I saw Zuckerberg. That's
I'm going to start making them only tongue twisters and see if we can.
No, it's good.
pull
We
it
haven't
off.
got a perfect one yet, but
Dude,
that one was pretty close.
Brutal.
Yeah, that's honky.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
you're chuffing on a leather couch right now.
I cut the opening too big, and then the boldness of the coffee.
Hey, other update. We both got lined up by our best friend Courtney. Shout out King Comb.
King Comb, we're going to have him in.
Yeah, we are going to have him in. I had multiple people reach out about inquiring to be a guest, which I am stoked about. I would.
I know.
Yeah, if you want to be on, just let us know. We'll vet you.
You'll go through a rigorous filtering process.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, come on in.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just take everybody right now. No, so to segue, unless you got some points, I got some really great feedback, and we also posted our first set of clips, which was really fun on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. I don't even know if anyone will view on Facebook, but it's important to remind you, hit that follow button on Instagram and TikTok, or don't. It's whatever.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Nobody cares at all whether you do or you don't. No, I was pretty surprised.
Yeah, I had multiple people. Dude, launch night was sick. What's
cool.
crazy is launch night was, what night was that? Sunday or Saturday?
3 days ago.
I think it was Sunday morning at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
we launched it Saturday night, but technically Sunday morning 3 a.m. and woke up Sunday morning to nothing crazy. Probably like
shout out Noreen.
Yeah. Our number one watcher.
Yep. Biggest fan.
Yep. But yeah, woke up to a few good texts and some good feedback. That's pretty cool.
That was very cool. That was very nice that was nice.
Yeah. People that are reviewing it, even, dude, the constructive criticism's awesome too.
I think we need that the most because we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah. I listened to episode 1, 2, and 3 like 7 times, like a psycho.
Ooh,
I'm just kidding.
I didn't.
I did do a playback though, simply to hear how I talk, and I'm instantly considering going to Toastmasters.
I would do it. I would do it with you. I think this will help too.
I think it will help.
Also,
as well.
these little ditties that I write before these, I think these are going to start helping.
Yeah.
I want to do tongue twisters because of that. The arsonist had oddly shaped feet.
Yeah. Yellow leather, brown leather. It is helping.
Dude, the Bad Friends, when Jack Black was on Bad Friends and they were doing the red leather, yellow leather, and then what's his name? Bobby Lee starts doing them and they're just like ridiculous and stupid. You remember that?
Yes.
Oh,
he's
so good.
funny as hell.
He is funny.
Oh, Bobby.
Hi, I'm Bobby Mum.
How much progress did you make on anything business related? I know we're halfway through the week. It's hump day right now.
Yeah. Well, it's like my annual Friday going to Vegas in the morning.
Yeah.
I made a ton
exciting.
of progress, but the expectation for checking all boxes and finishing, it's unreal. So I had a lot of things I needed / wanted to get done before I left, but every day things just keep piling up as they do. So if you expect to get to the end of a list, you won't. I mean, I did everything I could have. I got as far as I could have. I don't know. I feel fine about it.
I was thinking about that today I've thought about this a million times, but when I was leaving work and heading over here, if you measure the success of your day based on your checklist that you roll into the day or even the week with, you're just constantly going to be upset as the owner or the CEO or probably any high executive on the team. It's unrealistic.
You have to have realistic expectations for sure, because if like every day I have a list of must do items, and then things also just keep pouring in from whether it's new work coming in, problems with current work, or admin stuff, your insurance is going to lap, or this employee wants a day off, or this delivery was missed, or what happened to the dumpster delivery, or whatever. There's just so many things that just continue to pile up and add on. So you have to have a realistic expectation for what you can get done, and also just be better.
Yeah.
Constantly.
It's crazy too, because if you measure it by your inbox, you have those days where you're flooded with emails. You have those other days
Made a
where
little sucky sound.
yeah. Whoops. You have those days where you actually don't get many emails at all, but for some reason you still feel like you're getting flooded.
I got to be honest with you. I don't have those days.
No?
Nope.
I would say I probably have like one day a week where I don't get too many, but it's because we utilize Slack, so everyone's in there.
Oh yeah, that's different. Yeah, we're heavy on the emails, and then anybody that I'm already working with, they know the best way to get a hold of me rapidly is text.
Your space definitely. If we were purely email, it would be crazy. It would be just like yours, hundreds of messages.
There's too many new people being added constantly. Like if you take
that's why you need that CRM, man. You got to get
I'm working on it, and when I get back I'm gonna dial in Asana and then HubSpot next.
That's perfect.
But every job's there's so many layers to it, because there's my team, then there's client, which usually it's not usually one person, it's a husband and a wife or a team or whatever, so there's multiple people there. Then there's the corporate level team, so there's project managers at the corporate level, and then there's 80% of the time it's bank funded. So then there's bank people. Then the property management has their team and their on-site guys. And then there's utility companies and vendors and waivers and blah, 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 blah. There's tons of people on one job. And then times that by however many jobs we got going.
Definitely very messy. The CRM's going to help you so much. I won't even go into it, but you'll be able to like tag people together, even though they don't work as the same company or anything like that. You can basically create relations.
I can already see how that's
going to help so much.
Yeah, I'm fired up. I already talked to the team here about it. I'm like, here's what's happening when I get back.
Dude,
and the estimator.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna start.
That's awesome. So you got that guy locked in.
Yep, he's fired up, dude. Called his references, did all the things Tom.
It's almost like your sales guy, an estimator in a sense.
It's certainly a part of it.
Yeah, it's like the version of your sales team, kind of.
Yeah, no, it is. It is and it isn't. It's like the back end of a sales team, because one, you got to get people to be like, hey, we're over here, notice us, we can do this for you. And then when they engage, they'll send us something. So then you have to estimate, bid, do the sales pitch for that. But when I think sales team for construction, it's like getting the attention of other people that don't know we exist to come give us a shot. To me, that's sales team.
Well, that's sales and marketing. You want a little top off?
Sure.
Grab the bottom of it.
Man, I hit that on bold, and also the stogie is bold. My mouth is numb.
I'm going to sound like an idiot here. What does the bold button actually do?
I think it just means less water. Yeah, it makes it stronger.
How? Because it uses all the water in the tank.
I don't know. Maybe it heats it up more and does less water, so it burns up the ground.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'll have to find that out one day. But speaking of being fired up.
Yahoo it.
Do you remember Cha-Cha?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was when I was so little. Speaking of fired up, dude, I had a pitch call today. Went pretty well. This guy on the East Coast, he's over in North Carolina. Every time I do the pitch call, I open up with, I do an about me and about you section. The about me takes like just a couple minutes where I tell them about me, get them locked in.
Cuteness level 10.
Tell them. I definitely make it cute. I'm like, I started this when I was 18. Been doing this forever. My dad died. No, I don't say the dad died. King Stud's actually a huge part of it. I could do the pitch on, dude, I have it burnt into my head. I know
my pitch?
Word. My pitch has King Stud in it.
Oh.
Because I tell him how I got into it.
Yeah.
And anyway. But yeah, I definitely do the warm intro and get them all warm and fuzzy, then hit them with the facts. Because it breaks down their barrier.
Oh, totally.
If you just go straight into the business side, it never works. So I always open it up with personal connection. But then I was doing the about you, and I always just ask one or two questions, tiny stuff. Asked this guy his background. Talked about how his dad was a GC. He said my dad was a general contractor. He was like, just did little stuff. He probably built like 20 to 30 homes a year. And I was like, oh, sick, residential. And he was like, yeah, man, he was just I literally wrote it down in the call because I knew I was going to get excited about this. He said, yeah, man, he was just a true American entrepreneur. And it just got me fired the fuck up.
Yeah.
I got so fired up. He just talked about how he was a GC, owned a couple pieces of real estate, did pretty good, nothing too crazy. But when he said true American entrepreneur, I was like, man, that gets me going.
Brother!
So cool. Just the amount of opportunities here just got me fired up. For the rest of the day, I was locked in.
I love this country.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
Nothing funny about it. It's crazy.
Endless opportunity.
Yeah. How cool is that? I was thinking about that. I mean, obviously, it's stupid. But you just wake up and do what you want to do. And if it works, it works. And you get things you want. And it's crazy. People who aren't grateful for that, they should really rethink that seriously.
Yeah.
Because you can do a lot here.
I agree. Endless opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I want to use any of this that I prepped. Let me ask you a couple of questions.
Hit
here.
me.
Let's go rapid fire.
I'm gonna burn my mouth on some piping hot coffee.
I don't even know if these are good, by the way.
All right.
If you had to survive a zombie apocalypse with only fast food restaurants, who are you teaming up with? Doesn't even make sense.
I gotta go rapid fire.
Yeah.
So the first one that hit my mind was Chick-fil-A because like you can get nuggets and it's healthy. However, Chick-fil-A's closed on Sundays.
How is In-N-Out not number one?
I think I'm hitting Chipotle.
Well, also, if you read the fine print on Chick-fil-A's...
they're fucking closed on Sundays.
Not in a zombie apocalypse. They're open 24/7.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You would pick Chick-fil-A over In-N-Out?
I was thinking
Del Taco?
Okay.
Dell's deals?
The Del deals are pretty good. My buddy...
Flying Dutchman with Chili's? Just all day in your little leather satchel? Killing zombies and just chowing.
Let me tell you
beef
my
and cheese
mental process. You said
beef,
surviving a zombie apocalypse.
Beef.
I instantly thought of Zombieland. Lots of running.
But chicken and zombies?
Rule number 2, cardio, or was it double tap? I got to lean out.
I don't know the numbers, but
I don't think I'd survive.
I'd take my chances being hefty and plowing in and out.
If I could take that back, I would definitely roll with Chipotle.
Yeah, I'm kind of...
Could live on Chipotle forever.
Yeah, you didn't even...
What did I miss out on?
Chick-fil-A would have been like 9th. I don't know. I immediately
Hit
thought...
me with another one.
Okay.
Let's
see. You can only listen to one song for the rest of your life. What ruins your soul fastest? I don't understand.
Cut the question in half. I'll do the first half.
Okay. It's all a part of it. But, okay, if you can only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Nutshell. Alice in Chains.
I was like right there, too. It's tough, but it was that or... Nothing Else Matters or Planet Caravan from Pantera, but the Pantera one.
So good, the Pantera one.
Or Slaughter. I might just go off the deep end with heaviness.
Planet Caravan's good.
Okay.
I also these aren't ones I could listen to forever, but Floods and Tens.
Yeah, the Flood solo,
dude. Yeah.
That outro. Yeah. Ooh, that's better than In-N-Out right there.
Yeah.
I would just have if I could make a deal with whoever's asking these questions, I'd go, what if I just don't eat and get 2 songs? I'd go that route, and then I would just eat zombies.
I was just about to ask. This one doesn't even make sense, but would you rather indulge in music or indulge in food with no consequences? I think I'd go music.
Music all day. I would, if you could stay alive not eating as much as I clearly love to eat, music 100%, 10 out of 10. Let's see. What's one thing you wish you could do like a grown-up but just can't?
Manage my fucking time and schedule. That's real.
Do grown-ups have it all figured out? Here's a fun little ditty. I remember Dad used to say something to the effect of like, I feel exactly the same way you do. I just look different. Like my mind is the same. I thought that was crazy. I remember for whatever reason when Mom was 36 and I was just like, dang, she's old. Or not old, but like so much older than me, and that's a parent, and you're like,
yeah,
they have it figured out. They're the safe spot. They're your safe zone, safety net. They're the parent. I don't know. I just had this. You're older. You know more. Mm-hmm. I'm already older than that was, and I'm like, I feel no different.
Yeah, that's crazy.
At least, I don't know, spiritually or mentally or whatever. I don't know why I'm saying this or where I was going with that.
No, it makes perfect sense to me. I think the switch off is nowhere near where I'm at because I still feel like not the same because I feel different than when I was like 15 or 16. I don't know. I feel kind of the same.
Well, but I'm still fast-tracked definitely quote-unquote adult stuff, the house, the baby, the business, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel no different than you feel right now. Yes, there's more experiences, but the minute you get used to an experience, whatever it is, it's the new norm, and you don't think like that. I don't think, oh, I'm weathered now. I've been through more than you. Whatever I've been through is just a part of my life. Mm-hmm. I feel no different. I still feel like a 15-year-old kid who still wants to be a rock star but can't.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like putting that energy into business, and it's working. So let me see what else there is here.
Definitely. I still feel like I'm a freshman in high school. I feel like I talk like a freshman.
I feel like that for you too.
Yeah.
Let me see. These questions came out a little wonky. That's the If you were the president, what's the first law you'd pass that would make everybody regret voting for you?
Oh man.
You told me about this already.
You're really putting me on the spot here. My brain went to like immigration, but I don't know if we should talk about that.
I thought you were going to say gay marriage rights, and you were going to say only gay people can get married from now on.
That's funny.
I don't know.
If they demonstrate, they're actually... I don't know.
No more straight couples getting married.
Yeah, you have to prove it.
All right, moving on. Let's see. You have 10 seconds to pit. This is dumb. These are not good. Okay. Why don't you just... What do you got? I got some... I got some other stuff, but...
this is what happens when we rip on a Wednesday, right? We got work brain.
I had... Dude, yeah, I was pretty thrown off today, and I worked literally 10 minutes past when we were supposed to start, so...
That's all good.
I didn't want to do like another fourth episode coming out all business. People are going to get tired of that.
I agree. That was one of the things I got as feedback. Someone literally said, man, I don't remember what it was. They'll probably know if they're hearing it. Like, man, I love it, but I don't think I could listen to it if it was all business.
Well, who was that?
I really don't remember. I do know that I think Sarah said you should lean in. I think it was Sarah. That we should lean into like the other stuff, like personal life and
well, I mean, it has to be all of it because there's going to be everybody's going to hear something different. However, business is the leading biggest topic in my life, and it's nice to talk about it. Number one. Number two, I don't want to come on here and just be the jackass version of myself only, and then the clients that I do have or future clients are going to go, "Oh, that's what he's about," when it's just a small part.
I know,
because I am, deadly serious about my business and just the best there is at it.
Update. We're doing something cool now. My team's actually scraping these for clips for Fifth Element to use like as on my personal LinkedIn and for our team. So I also told them that we may come in here and do some actual segments.
Yeah, that's
for
good.
That stuff. And I was thinking we could like throw just a backdrop right behind. I don't know, something.
I think we could do a projector drop down green screen, something right here, and cover all this. Also, it's going to be a dead giveaway. The desk is like pretty permanent, and whatever. Who cares?
But I'm stoked about that.
I believe it's called a multi-purpose room.
The MPR.
Yeah.
That's like
BMPHQ MPR.
Too.
Man, let me skim this while you talk out loud, and I'll see if there's something else good in here. I feel like we're just. Ooh, nope, we don't want that. That's not good.
Got another person in the office today. Shout out Justin.
You got a new another person.
Yeah, another person from our team in the office. Vibes are really coming together in there. Like, it's really awesome. Today,
you're vibing out?
Yeah, it's good vibes in there now. We're getting a lot of stuff done. People are laughing.
I'm going to play a lot of blackjack when I get there.
I'm jealous. I might actually give Christopher some money to spend for me.
If you give me money, I will go
on a roll in craps.
Well, no. So one time I was there and Christopher couldn't come, and he's like, "I'm gonna sell you $500 right now. Go hit this slot machine or whatever." And I FaceTimed him and did it. So you could do that too if you want. You can't have your phone out at table games though, so I couldn't do that. But I could go put it on roulette or something, or do a few hands in a row at a table. craps. I don't know. I don't even know how you would incorporate that. Because if I went on a run with your money,
it's like,
ooh,
you're doing.
I would lie. I'd have to come back and be like, nah, I crapped out yours immediately.
Don't get me wrong. I am significantly bummed. So
I know you have I wouldn't leave either.
No way.
I missed a lot of stuff when Memphis was born.
Yeah,
and it is what it is. Like even if some of the things Melissa said I could go to, I didn't want to.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm not leaving you here with a baby.
Yeah,
that's I don't know.
She'll be,
and she would resent you for so long.
Dude,
she would be able to use it against you for so long. However, this you can use. You're like, you remember when I missed my brother's 40th birthday in Vegas? Know. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Unless Noreen's not watching.
Christopher, we were at the house for your birthday party. Christopher was like, just tell her you're leaving. He's like, that's what I did. He was like, Tina said she had work. So I was like, that sucks. I'm leaving. And I was like, yeah,
a little different.
You know, I'm married and
it's a little
the only
different.
kid you have is a little boxer.
You have to prioritize stuff, and once you're married and especially married and have a kid, they are number one. End of story. Period.
Yeah, I'm not.
It doesn't matter.
Gonna be screwed up.
Yeah, but it does suck. You can't go. It's going to be actually. It's not like it's going to be the best trip ever. It's just one of those good ones.
Yeah, it's all good.
But dude, I've missed a lot of that stuff for kid stuff, and I don't regret it at all. I was bummed missing things. I missed Dad's last river trip because Mabel was here and Memphis got to go, but. And whatever, I'm bummed that I didn't go, but I still wouldn't change my mind.
For sure. I am amped for the next time I do go, though, and that'll be a good one. Even if I just go by myself, just like me and Morgan.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a bad one to miss because so many people are going, and it's rare for that to happen. But with our family and crew,
we just did it last year.
Yeah, everybody does it.
Yeah.
Anytime one of us is like, hey, we're going to Vegas or we're going to the river, everybody comes.
Yeah.
There's usually one or two people that can't make it, but for the most part, everybody goes.
Yeah, as long as it's like yours was like a few months out.
Well, yeah, I booked mine like 9 months out because of the Golden Steer. The Golden Steer you have to reserve so far ahead, and I just barely pulled that off, by the way. So they have tables up to 8, but there's like a minimum. You have to give them money ahead of time. So because it was so far out, I didn't try to figure out who was going to go and how many I should get. I'm like, I'm just going to do a table for 8 and then throw the text out and be like, hey, I got a Golden Steer reservation for May. Who wants to go? And I did that, and it was like 4 seconds later, me, and there wasn't enough room. So then it was getting closer, and then I realized the weekend that I had booked, I booked it based on the reservation for the Golden Steer and booked the room. So I'm like, why is it so expensive this weekend? Whatever. Had it booked, and then I looked into it, and it was EDC was happening that weekend, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be there with like 90,000 electrical tape nip having glow stick people or whatever, and I called a couple of the hotels, and I'm like, what goes on? Is it crazy? And they're like, it's fully booked. The place is overran by ravers, aka people just getting all drugged out and doing weird stuff. I'm like, I don't want to be there for that. So then I figured, okay, let me reschedule. The next weekend was Memorial. Same thing. Too many people. Then I called the Golden Steer, and they're like, there are no more reservations at all. So it's like another 9 months out or 4 months out or whatever it was. And then I found out that they have the mob room. I'm like, well, what's the mob room?
Sick.
Up to 16 people. But that one, $2,500 up front. And I was like, you know what?
Goes towards
we'll take it. And I lost the money on the first one, though, because the first reservation goes through Open Table, and they take $250 or $400, something like that. I was hoping it would go towards the $2,500, but when you get the mob room, that's directly through like an event coordinator at the Golden Steer, and they're like, yeah, I mean, we'd love to help you, but you have to go back to Open Table to get this. So whatever. So now I'm probably like $4,000 into the Golden Steer, and I haven't even had a crouton yet.
A crouton? Nah, I'm excited for you guys for that. You better send some food pics.
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
This is how I know I'm 40. Going to Vegas. There's all kinds of stuff planned. The only thing on my mind is food coma from Golden Steer. I'm so excited to go. I've been fasting and dieting and eating like a little lizard.
I fasted this week. I did about 24 hours, and then I
don't know why I said lizard. I feel stupid. Can we rewind it?
No.
I meant rabbit or bird. Anyway, go.
I think lizards don't eat that much either, but they have big bellies.
That's where I was going. I was like, they're
little big bellies.
Little tiny bits of lettuce. Yeah, big bellies for their size.
Yeah.
I have a big belly, just period.
Yeah, same.
In general.
June's got a little big lizard belly. It's funny.
Babies do have weird little swollen pot bellies.
Dude, it's getting bigger by the minute because she's just chugging milk.
Yeah, dude.
Straight chuffing it. Right from the teat, too.
It's good, though. You want them to be all healthy. And
she's super healthy. She's awesome. She's kind of being a little stinker last night, not sleeping. And then I was like, give her to me. And I went and sat in the chair, and she fell asleep in like 5 minutes. And I
thought you were going to say, and it got worse.
No. No. Morgan was a little overwhelmed, and I was like, let me try. And then I had to work, so I put her butt on the table right here with her legs up on my
so she
keyboard.
Could watch it.
And she was just like this, watching the screen.
Dude, they love that. Go on YouTube, and there's I'm sure it's still there. There's a little cartoon called Gazoon. Did I ever show you that? It's like Gazoon. And it's just a bunch of weird little animal animation with just sounds. There's no words. I used to put Memphis in the office and play that, and I would get like 2 hours out of her just watching, and I would work. Gazoon, look it up.
Gazoon, like Gazoon.
Gazoon. And it's just got fun sounds and looks cool. It's all colorful. They love it.
She's starting to smile more now too, which is really awesome. Makes you so happy.
I know, that's the best baby smiles. Did you see when we were at Mom's on, what was that? Was that my birthday?
Yeah.
My sober birthday. When I was holding her, she got like a big smile and held it. I think Mom got it on video.
Yeah, they're awesome. Morgan sends me videos all day and just makes me like bummed at work, but not.
Papa don't preach.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the best. All the little milestones and tiny little things that they do for the first time, it's just the best. And just holding a tiny little, teeny little baby.
Yeah. Just a little guy.
Just a little baby. It's the best. I love it.
It's been great. We're going to take her with us on date night. We actually took her on our first little date night. We didn't skip a beat. She was like born on a Wednesday. I'm pretty sure. No, I think we waited till she was 14 days old, and we took her and got sushi.
You have to. You got to just go. Mm-hmm. It's easy up until like 1.5, 2. Then it's a problem.
Yeah. Dude, then you got to be careful about the iPads. That's such a big topic right now. That's a rough one.
What do you mean? First of all, say what you want. You're going to give the baby an iPad at some point.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's rough because it's like they're having a meltdown. You don't want to have to. It's just tough.
Okay, so that whole thing, it just depends what's on the iPad, what you're allowing them to have, okay? Because if you think about, if you go back to my era, it's like, don't sit in front of the TV too long and go cross-eyed. Don't watch this, don't watch that. Every generation had some variation of a new thing, a new technology where it's like, you can't do this. It makes your kid blind and have downs or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just not true. If they're watching garbage-ass cat videos on YouTube all day, okay, maybe. But there's ABC Mouse. There's all kinds of learning games.
Yeah.
And then also, I think it's more like a duration issue. If you're just...
That's what I was going
to
say.
You just give them the iPad all the time just because, well, you're a bad parent. But if you're in the car or at a restaurant, obviously.
I think you summed it up. Duration and then content. Mm-hmm. Because duration's bad. Can't sit them in... Obviously, my kid's not that old yet, but I know you can't sit him in front of it all day. And then content, like letting a little kid on TikTok.
Yeah, no.
Horrible. Mm-hmm. That's heroin to their brain.
Yeah, I think
because those algorithms are built to keep you on them as an adult. So if you're a fresh baby with a fresh little brain, you are getting your brain scrambled.
And
you're
also
nuked.
the other thing is the speed that they're changing. It makes their attention span garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem. Yeah,
destroys.
So you need long form stuff. Like I said, there's a bunch of games. ABC Mouse is really good. Mm-hmm. You have to pay for it, but that's good. And there's a bunch of other free stuff. But then just straight up movies too. You can do movies, kids shows, whatever. They don't need to be doing any of the socials or YouTube at all.
Dude.
YouTube makes them garbage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes their brain static. Like
we've done that with what the hell is that? Me? Unreal.
I don't even know where mine is.
Fill up the time for a second.
You in trouble?
No. I'm just gonna shut this down.
Yeah, that's rough though, dude. Because you always see little kids on YouTube Shorts or Reels or watching horrible, like idiotic things on YouTube, and so bad for their noggin.
And it's all fake nonsense. Even on the kids version. So we have.
Remember a few episodes ago you said, "Who are guys you don't like?" I don't like those guys.
The adults that do the kid stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I get it to an extent, but some of them are like, you're like extorting your child.
Oh, yeah.
Into constantly working and
like
redo it, retake that, open the toy again, and just constantly putting your child. And
it's all scripted. It's supposed to be this like reality show, and you're like, oh, your kids are assuming like what is there? There's one called, was it the Royalty Family? I think that Memphis started watching, or I don't know, one of them. It's on every once in a while, and I'm like, this isn't real life.
No,
this is like they're making a petting zoo in their house and a snow slide in the house, and like we're gonna make a 7-Eleven in our bedroom, and they buy way too much stuff. They're like setting the bar for these kids, thinking this is how many gifts and things and treats you should have, and it's just nonsense. I mean, I see why it's entertaining for them to watch, but it's setting an expectation for kids, which is extreme.
They're like Mr. Beastifying life.
Yeah.
Would probably be the best word for it. Totally nukes. Yeah, it's bad, man. Anyway, I'm sure we'll get iPads for all the kids or something, though. But
you just have to, moderate what's on there. That's all. And we do that. And also, the other fun thing you can do when they're older is, it's a little manipulative, but once you give it to them and they're like, I'm hooked and I like it, give me. Well, now you have something you can take away. So you have power too. You're like, oh yeah, what's that? Give me your iPad. No!
Dude, yeah. I know. We're right on the cusp, we as in me, cusp of being an iPad kid. There was no, iPads came out when I was late elementary, so past the point. Like I was interested in them, but I never had an iPad or anything. My whole thing, I had a Game Boy, the Game Boy Advanced, and I didn't actually play it that much. And then I got a Nintendo DSi, which was like the new version of like the Game Boy.
Yeah.
But really my whole thing was Xbox. I played Xbox all the way through to...
You were a hard gamer. You gamed a lot. I never got into it.
It went hard. I think I'm actually, once everything settles down, which was never, but I was thinking about it this weekend, I think I'm going to build another gaming PC, not sit down and play... I'm going to build a racing simulator in my house.
Dude,
no, it's going to be sick.
Kidding. That would be awesome.
It's going to be sick. I'm going to sit down and race like a big guy.
The only games I got into, I did play Halo quite a bit with Brian for.
Remember when we
Halo
had our
1.
We had our Need for Speed.
Yeah, and then
stint?
Need for Speed was really cool because it was. I don't know what type of game that's categorized as, but
racing game.
No, I know, but it's like you can do whatever you want. You didn't have to do
open world or like sandbox.
Yes, and then you could like make your own money and fix your cars up. So
GTA is fun as hell too.
Yeah, I played all the main ones here and there and a little bit of Tony Hawk, but I just never got into it. Like Brian was a big time gamer, and I genuinely liked watching him play. Mm-hmm. So I would hang out and watch him play, but I never really cared to play too much, except for Halo. And when we played Halo, Brian was like all head first into games, and I think that was the first game where you could play online with other people. And I remember pulling an Ethernet cord from the garage and drilling holes up, bringing it into the bonus room upstairs. And we got online and we were able to play people all over the place. That was super cool. But then I lost its luster, and I'm like, I'd rather go make money.
It's magical when you're little. I got Xbox Live when I was in 4th or 5th grade, and it was totally magical. It was the coolest thing ever to play online. And then just being able to play with your friends after school and stuff was the best, because it's basically just like hanging out online with your friends.
Yeah,
but dude, once
that is cool.
Once Pops crapped out,
yeah,
it's every episode. But Anyway, for real though, once he passed away,
I'm taking a little bit of him to Vegas with me.
Are you? That's awesome. You put it in your jacket or something?
No, I'm gonna sniff a line.
Oh man, that's rough, dude. It'll probably stink. Have you smelled it?
No.
You haven't opened it and smelled it?
No. Why? Why would I do that?
I don't know.
I tasted it.
I opened it, smelled it. It's like chlorine. It's the shitty. It just smells like chlorine.
That's really weird.
Yeah, because Dad smelled like Swiss cheese. Just kidding.
No, he smelled like Caesar's Palace cologne.
He did. He did actually smell like that. He smelled like fucking Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Constantly.
Yeah, he smelled good, which was cool. He must have put a lot on too, because you could smell it come down the stairs.
He liked that real musky shit. Like a lot of it was like
50-year-old man.
Heavy on the patchouli, Daddy.
Definitely patchouli. Yeah. You know what he smelled
Calm
like?
down with the sandalwood, guy.
Yeah. Dude.
No,
he
he liked that musky stuff.
You know who I was like? Who reminds me of him? You'd probably guess from one of our favorite movies as a little kid. Freaking Mr. McCallister.
Oh yeah,
just the vibe he puts off.
Yeah,
they don't look alike at all, but just the
big
vibe.
Money vibe, taking everyone on vacations. Yeah,
just taking care of everybody.
Yeah, the spirit of Peter McCallister.
Yeah, he's a baller. He wore like a Versace.
That's why I got that coat for the whiskey parties. I saw that in Men's Warehouse, and I was like, ooh, that's a McCallister jacket. I'm getting that. That's coming home, Papa.
I love that. Just the guy who takes care of everyone.
Yeah, that's the motivation, husband, man.
Just so cool.
I love that. You know what's funny is if you pay attention in that movie, he flew everybody to Paris or New York, whichever one. I don't remember the first one. I think they went to Paris or whatever. But all the kids, everyone was in the back. They were all on coach. He's like, no, we're in first class.
Yeah.
You're in the back.
That's the way to do it, too.
Yeah.
Him and his brother.
And
he's like,
I feel bad about
put
that.
It in the back. Put it in the back.
Put it in the back. Put it in the back. Put it in the back.
Yeah. Man, I love that movie. That is Christmas to me. Is
put it in your purse.
The first time, December 1st, or
Home Alone,
the day
baby.
after Thanksgiving. The thing that sets off Christmas, Home Alone.
Yep.
Also, Die Hard.
Good topic. Let's go Christmas movies right now.
Yeah.
Definitely Home Alone. Definitely Elf.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, Die Hard's for sure a Christmas movie. Vegas, or no.
Christmas Vacation staple.
Christmas Vacation, dude.
Yeah.
That's
another guy?
That's 1 and 2 is Home Alone, Christmas Vacation. Yeah.
Number 2.
Elf is probably 3 now, I think.
I put those 2 above Elf. Another guy that just gives me great dad vibes. You know who else he reminds me of? Noreen, for listening.
My dad reminds you of Noreen?
No.
That's rude.
No.
Like I said, my dad.
What's his name? Freaking Sparky from Christmas Vacation. What's his name, man? I'm a brain fart here.
Are you talking about Clark's brother?
No. The dad in Christmas Vacation.
His real name?
It could be real name.
Clark Griswold. Are you talking about in the movie?
In the movie.
Chevy Chase.
Well, Chevy Chase is his real name.
I know. Which name are you looking for?
Mr. Griswold. Clark.
Okay.
Anyway, he reminds me of Dad, but he actually reminds me of Chuck more. Because Chuck's such a family man. Mm-hmm. And the way Clark in the movies just always doing everything for everyone, and then people...
And he's like low-key pissed off, but also happy.
But he just takes care of everyone. He takes care of everyone, and then maybe isn't recognized, and it's just like at the end, he just always wants the absolute best for everyone. And
the boys know, though. Like, we know.
Yeah.
I've
always got...
Chuck's the man.
He is the man. I've always got real good...
Chuck Nasty.
It is Chuck Nasty. Uncle Nasty.
Did you... oh, never mind. I won't.
But yeah, great vibes.
Anyway, back to the Christmas movies. Keep going, because there's a lot.
There is.
You got to think about it. Bad Santa. I don't know if it's top 10, but it's a must.
Yeah.
What's it called? Stepdads. I kind of put that in last year. I'm like, that's a good. I think it's one. Part 2 though.
Stepdads Part 2 with John
Gibson.
Cena.
Yeah.
Or John Cena's not Part 2. Mel Gibson's Part 2.
John Cena's in the end of it.
John Cena's in the end of Part 1. He is.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
he's in the end of Part 1.
He's in both. Yeah.
Where they're all boom.
the dads just keep getting bigger and gnarlier.
It's Christmas time. Such a good song. Christmas songs.
Those movies are good. We're going to get
Something
hate
about
on right
those.
now if we don't come up with more of the good Christmas movies. There's better ones.
There definitely is. But I will say, and I stand by this, Home Alone and Christmas Vacation are in the top 2.
But those might be tied. Actually, shoot.
Some people, like
Christmas
Morgan,
Vacation, I think, is a little higher for me. I think it would go Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, and then I don't know what 3 would be just
they're
yet.
tied for me.
Die Hard's probably 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm. Morgan loves
Elf is good too, though. Elf is
the Rudolph claymation. A lot of people say
that's a classic.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in watching it, but I would if it was on. But I'd put it
okay,
I got
one. Polar Express. Did you ever watch that one?
Never watched it.
You know what's crazy? I'll make you cry right now.
Yeah, it's a dad story. Your dad died.
That was Papa's favorite Christmas movie.
That was like the first animation. That was Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never watched it. You want to watch it at the cemetery?
You're going to watch it live on here and cry. That was Papa's favorite. And Dad, after...
Is it good?
Very good, yeah. It's actually really good.
The animation lost me. I was like, meh.
Well, yeah, because the animation kind of sucks. But it's a really sweet, it's actually really good. And now that there's more baked into it,
yeah,
more story, it's definitely an actual tough one. Like, I'll tear up if I watch that one now.
That's how I feel when I watch Iron Man now.
Yeah, Morgan and I watched
with them.
We watched Avengers Endgame.
Dude,
We actually did like the whole series. When I was sick, I had norovirus. Holy crap, that was horrible. Had norovirus.
Thanks, Noreen.
Noreen virus. I had norovirus, and I watched Endgame with Morgan, and I didn't even look at her. We were back to back.
You were sick and extra emotional.
Yeah, I was totally all in my feelings, and I was just sitting there like it was just like falling down my eyes like this. Like,
yeah,
I wasn't going like, but I was sitting there, and it was just like, God,
yeah, it gets me every time. I usually watch it when I'm alone. Dude, I've watched the whole the first Marvel run. I mean, obviously I've seen all of them, but I've actually taken the time to go all the way through them again.
Yeah.
Like in a row over the course of a week or two, probably like 6 times. And I just recently did it again.
You know, I'm excited. Morgan and I talked about this in the hospital. Hopefully she's interested in it. And I think she will be, because both of us are. Morgan and I are both interested. Once she's old enough to understand it, and it feels magical, going through the entire, at least the first 2 chapters of it, like MCU phase 1, 2, 3.
All the way up to Endgame.
Yeah. Going through that whole thing with June
Yep.
is going to be so cool.
So cool.
Like 1 or 2 movies a weekend. Well, so I don't know. We'll find a cadence.
My girls like watching it too. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah.
Even Mabel, she's like, superhero movies? I'm like, yeah.
That's funny.
We're dorks.
Dude, I wish Transformers was still going. I'm not going to lie.
I missed the last couple of Mark Wahlberg. It kind of lost me. But I'm not saying they're good or bad. I just haven't seen it. I got to put this thing out. It's like, dude, potent like paint or something.
Yeah.
Thing's brutal.
Like it was a gorilla finger, dude.
I always like the idea. Yeah, never mind. Yes. Gosh, I made a mess.
We should go golf soon and do an episode. We could have a...
do some reels on the green.
Yeah. Well, I could bring the camera and we should film ourselves sucking. And then and then our partners over at Scramblers Golf are instantly gonna drop me because that's how much I suck.
Golf is a fun one. It's so frustrating. It's you versus you, and it's like even if you hit, like 1 out of 10 of your shots are perfect, you suck.
Yeah.
But it feels so good. 1 out of 25, you're like, I'm back. I'm in it.
Dude,
I want to play.
The courses around here are hard too. Or that's just coming from a guy.
I don't know.
Sucks.
I don't think. Yeah.
I don't know if they're that hard, but
I don't know, man.
Temecula Creek, we always get given the shit court.
Well, there's that one. I think it's Oaks
like
or whatever.
Stonehenge or something.
Whichever ones. Yeah. There's a lot of hills. You can't see the green on any of them. You have to look at the little iPad in the golf cart and be like, well, I guess I got to hook it 750 yards that way.
Good thing I'm consistent at slicing.
Yeah, you got to use your slice to your benefit. That's the one hole you shoot straight. There's one hole there that, you're like up at the top of a hill, and there's these 2 massive boulders, and you have to shoot through it and then over this big old patch. I was there with Lauren one time, and I swear it was like 7 in a row. The boulders are really close to you, so yes, they're close, but they're so close
there's the
to
big
you.
ass boulder.
You have a lot of room to still slice and make it through.
Yeah.
Lauren, it was like 7 in a row. Dink, dink, dink.
I might have been there because he's done that when I was there too.
It's so funny.
Dude, do you remember when we went to Palamesa for you to
for
announce
the wedding
party?
Oh, that one.
You were
yes,
announcing
yes.
the wedding party to all of us, and yeah, it was us. I think it was just the brothers.
Yeah, and Christopher showed up 45 minutes late in his hangover gear.
Yeah, Christopher showed up late, drunk. I think he had a dirt bike in the bed of his truck.
Yeah.
But we took it real serious for maybe the first 9, and then after that we got
that's right.
we got kicked out.
Got kicked out
because we were like
bumper
jousting. Because we went head on with 2 of the carts.
Yeah, dude.
It's the funniest thing. But
I do remember that quite vividly now. Yeah, and they were like, I think they warned us a few times.
No, they warned us multiple times.
And finally they came like, you guys got to go. And I think Christopher started to like talk back a little bit. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Now's the time we got to go.
Yeah.
The next call's a problem.
What's the name? The guy who like runs everything. I almost called him like the pit master, like his barbecue. Like there's the one.
Oh, the marshal.
The
on
marshal.
the golf course. Yeah.
That feeling of knowing the marshal's coming after you is like, ooh, I'm in big trouble when the marshal's here. Like, because you don't really like. I don't know.
Yeah, they were hovering. You'd see them like
Dude, they
on
were
the last hole, just like sitting in the cart and staying like 50 yards
Those
behind us the
funny
whole
as
time.
hell. Every time we were getting real tight, swinging nice. And the second we didn't see him, everyone was fucking their cart up so bad. Dude, that probably pisses them off so much.
For sure.
Just
plus there's
deliberate.
other people there. Most people that are actually, I don't know if most people, at least half of the people golfing are taking it seriously.
Yeah.
It's like semi-calm, low-key, whatever, and we're out there
What's
like
funny
a
is
bachelor party.
fucking around when everyone else is serious, though. Because it wouldn't be fun if
Don't get me
everyone
wrong.
was
Yeah,
serious.
I'm not. It's hilarious.
But
It
I
was
will
very
say,
funny.
having a serious game of golf is also just as fun if you're
And
locked
frustrating.
in. Very. But man, it's fun. Something about getting on the green early in the morning with the boys, like rolling up in the parking lot. There's still dew on the bed rail of your truck because it's moist and early out.
There's something really nice about waking up early, putting on a nice shirt, and drinking.
Definitely. No, that's what I was going to say.
Is,
and then you're
it's this
supposed to
excuse where you can just, it's like Saturday
golfing.
morning, 5:30 a.m. on the green. You're like, well, cocktails.
Yeah. And they're shitty as hell too. It's like a double vodka soda with like one wedge of lime.
I've tried to
down.
figure out the best way to do it. I'm like, you know what? The first 9 you have no drinking, sober.
Yeah.
And then the second 9 we'll drink. That doesn't really work because
The
you get in the pocket, you get a little loosened up and stress free. So like 1 1/4 drink, then you're golfing pretty good. But you can only ride that so much because then you get into bust mode and you're like just drilling the balls into the freeway purposely.
Well, at that point, you just want some double smoked bourbon wings from
where's the drink lady?
Yeah. Oh man,
I know.
those are so fun.
It's
But
hard
the
to get
problem
through
is our
18.
drinks aren't. It's not like give me a Coors. It's like
we're not
give me
drinking beer. It's like
Give me a triple shot.
triple whiskey over ice, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know.
Poor cart girl's getting harassed by Uncle Fifth.
Dude.
They come up to me and I'm like,
inappropriate.
I'm
I
like-
don't get that.
yeah. I'm like, 1 drink, please.
I mean, if you don't mind, I'll have one of the beverages on your cart.
Do you take Amex? Yeah. Those are so. We should go golf though soon, but
We should golf, yeah.
not this weekend because I'm missing out on Vegas.
I
Speaking of
mean-
golf though, I think my favorite round of, I don't know, actually, I've had some really fun ones with all of us at Temecula Creek, but the one at Turtle Bay was
Dude.
awesome.
That was
Right
hard
there.
to golf because it was so nice.
Really distracting. We needed like 2 rounds of golf there.
Yeah, it was. I remember multiple times going like, how many shots do we take? I couldn't even keep track because
It was beautiful.
it was insane. The whole thing was a screensaver. And then it was
Yeah.
like the 16th hole. The green was the beach.
Yeah.
Epic.
Crazy. We need to commit to doing.
Right there.
That was so cool.
I want
Also,
to redo that whole trip so bad.
the coffee.
Christmas in Hawaii was insane.
That was
So
was
nice.
some. That
Then
some
I was like,
McCallister's stuff.
this is why people vacation.
Dude, yeah.
I never go anywhere. And I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
This is nice.
I know. some of my clients are like such hardworking and achieved people, and I'll notice that they're always on vacation like once a quarter or like once a month. It's just like a quick weekend, but like the big ones, it's like twice a year, a big one, or one, just they have a frequency for when they go.
Yep.
And I'm always like, why do you do that so much? Because I don't remember. I also going to put out there, I don't think you deserve to do all these things young if you're I don't know if deserve is a word, but if you're trying to accomplish,
it is. That's my exact thought process.
Yeah, I feel like me being young, this is the time to not sleep, to do all those things. So I don't feel like I have to go on vacation, and I don't feel like my batteries are low. However, when we do go on vacation, I go, oh, that's why people like doing this.
Yep.
That was awesome.
You recharge, yeah.
And, yeah.
You have to just keep a pulse on your family. That's what it is. So what got me to start doing that stuff was, I think up until like 18 months ago, we don't do anything ever because I don't want to waste any time. I want to keep working and keep succeeding. And I'm like, I don't really care to take a week off. That's crazy to me.
Dude, isn't that crazy? That's my first thought. You go, Vegas is a little different. That one's epic. But you're like, oh, we're doing something big
this weekend. But you could also squeeze Vegas in like, you can not miss work.
Yeah, you can squeeze it in. Sunday.
And also, by the way, you cannot do a week in Vegas.
No.
You're 2 days. That's it.
Unless you're on a roll.
No, I don't know. Maybe some people can, but dude, when we did 3 days for yours,
that was insane. That
third day was like the worst day of my life.
Someone's got to have a video of me on the tile.
I got all of it. We can do a reel. We can do a. We're gonna do that. We'll put together a reel of his 21st birthday in Vegas. There is some good stuff. He groped my wife. He thought she was his wife.
That's funny. They have the same color hair.
You took. they're like literally
polar opposites.
Like the checkerboard.
Yeah.
One's red, one's black, whatever. Dude, the photos of in the club from like
they escalate
so quickly. You're just like all timid and nice in one, and then like a couple later, your shirt's totally unbuttoned. You're smoking a cigar with sunglasses on.
I had a cigarette and a cigar.
That was so good.
It was for research purposes.
But anyway, back to vacations. What were we saying?
We need to do more, and I think we need to commit to. I think Christmas in Hawaii was awesome.
You know what's good about that too? Everybody, the whole world, well, at least the United States business folk, everybody's kind of halfway shut off when it's real close to Christmas anyway.
That's why it was awesome.
So it's you're not really missing work because everybody's kind of unplugged already, so it worked out good. The mid-year stuff though, when people tell me we'll be in Europe for 10 days, I'm like, in July? Or like,
you know what's cool though about the people we work with, and tell me if it's different for you. I feel like they're very respectful of vacation and off time.
Of course.
I've noticed that I rarely do it, but if I do it, even if they're frustrated with me or there's things happening at Fifth Element, they're like, oh man, enjoy it, live it up. We'll talk when you get back. No worries, we'll talk when you get back.
Yeah, that's because you do a good job and they're all happy, so they don't. Yeah, they don't have any issues with it. And also, if you have a team, it's not if I leave or if you leave, you still have a team that's doing the exact same job. There's just a lack of communication with you and them.
This is gonna be weird. It's gonna sound stupid, but back to what we were saying earlier, where if you feel like you don't get your personal checklist done, you feel like, man, the whole day was wasted.
Yeah.
I always look at it and I'm like, God, the whole day was wasted for the entire company. And then I have to take a step back and say, you have 10 people on payroll, all actively getting all of their stuff done every day. And I continue to measure the success of the entire organization based on how I feel about my days and my outcomes. Yeah. Of course, there's team-wide stuff too. And I have to stop and go, that's totally not true. It's really hard to get a perspective of as if I was a client or something.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. But so that's...
But some people goes back to the superpower of that. I don't know.
You could view that as like toxic for you, meaning like...
Yeah, because it can ruin my day at the end of the day. But
also, that's what keeps you moving.
That's what I was saying. That's
all those negative things that, maybe outsiders would go like, you need to enjoy your life more. Or you need to, this is okay and that's okay. I'm like, no, I'm going to stay stressed, stay anxious, stay wanting more, stay frustrated, stay impatient, because that's what keeps you going. if you feel like you didn't do good, whether you did or you didn't, I'm like, okay, let's use that. Do better, do better, do better, do better. We got camera issues again. We're at an hour. We're rambling. Should we wrap it?
I have a quick bit.
Quick bit. You have 15 seconds. Hurry, it'll be an hour exactly.
Man, I smoked that cup of Black Joe.
This stuff is woo.
That ripped.
Yeah.
Went down easy. Yeah, I was chewing myself up like the whole beginning of this year, stressed out of being stressed out. So I was creating stress on top of stress.
Yeah.
I was like, totally what? Stressing myself out for why am I being so stressed so much? You're beating yourself up, and then beat myself up more. Now I'm in this phase. I'm rocking right now. Like I'm definitely stressed but whatever. I'm totally in a good headspace where I'm like, it feels good. The pressure actually feels good.
Yeah.
Like it feels good to have this weight we're pushing around because the whole team's bought in on this goal, and it's like maybe we're budging an inch. We're obviously far from our goal, but like the resistance feels good right now. Yeah. So I'm with the grind. I wake up tired as hell. Only slept a few hours or something, but I wake up and I'm ready to go. As soon as my feet hit the floor, I'm like right back to it.
That's the best place to be.
I'm in this good phase where just the resistance feels nice.
Progress is just addicting and attractive and exciting. And when things are hard, as long as you have a plan of action, or you can see the steps, like the clarity stuff, and going, all right, this is tough. These are the goals. We're getting through this way. We're going to achieve that way. And whether you're leaps ahead of a time or an inch a time, that did not. This coffee's gas.
Dude, I know. I keep going.
My brain just glitched. Dude.
I think that's why it feels good though, because
I feel like there's some cocaine in here, dude. Woo!
Some Colombian. There's Colombian Bam Bam strapped to the bottom of the car.
What's the other one?
It's
like Bavarian nose powder or something like that.
There's a lot.
Whatever it is. Yeah, that's between that and that freaking chocolate cigar, I feel like I'm such a sober Sally for so long. I feel like
you're chuffing straight productivity.
Yeah. I'm ready to process paperwork.
I'm ready to work right now. I'm going to date night though. Probably going to Applebee's.
I'm going home and packing my bag for Las Vegas.
You're a lucky man. I said don't put onions on the steak. But I think that's why it feels good right now, because we created that plan that we discussed, and we're making progress. Fell a little short of one of the metrics today, but it felt good to push through. One of the things we're doing, you want to hear what we're doing real quick? I wrote it down. And then we can wrap.
Badly. Yeah.
Okay. So we got that CRM rocking and rolling for us now. I got people on the team logged into my LinkedIn, targeting people that we can actually move the needle of Fifth Element from connecting with. So for us, it's, of course, franchisees.
Did you try that website that I told you about that can find certain people on LinkedIn for you?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I should try that. Tell me about it after, though. So we're going after franchisors, so founders of brands, franchisees. This is a big one. Franchise consultants, and then people in charge of franchise development, so like VP of Fran Dev. That basically means they're in charge of selling the franchise.
Yeah.
And then a few other people, FSOs, franchise sales organizations, and then other franchise groups, Rep'em, Sequel, things like that, parent brands. Just found another huge one I'll share with you after this.
I also had a red light call, or red light method call today. I got to tell you about offline.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
That's awesome. Mine's coming.
Hey, Harry, when you get a chance to pull over, I got to pee.
Okay, I'll go fast.
No, you're good. Go. I can.
But I got people on the team logged into my LinkedIn and going after these folks. And every time we go to
targets
connect, targets, and here's what we're doing. Personalized notes going to all of them, with the understanding that, of course, 99% aren't going to respond. That's fine. We're here to nurture. They're in our CRM.
Yep.
Connecting with them on LinkedIn, putting them and all their details into our CRM. So
Smart.
It's not just their name and their LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
I got all their deets. I'm not going to waste that first connection.
You gotta show up at the front door and knock.
I'm going to be methodical about it. But literally building our CRM with movers and shakers that we know for a fact it only takes one of these people, and we're putting hundreds and eventually thousands in there to put them on not just some generalized newsletter and all that shit. Like, and then one of the things we're doing is actually handwritten stuff, sending merch, doing
auto pen, all that stuff. I'm just
all
kidding.
the great stuff.
Bangers and mash.
But it feels good to make that progress. So we're going after it, you know, getting after it. It's going well. Let me finish mine.
It tastes like.
I've been on a black coffee kick.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
It feels good. It feels lean. That's how it feels.
It does. And you could just drink it all day long.
Yeah, you can.
Cream and coffee is delicious. I do like that. But can you imagine having 14 cups of cream coffee all day?
I know.
Be even bigger.
It cracks me out, though. I'm all cracked out now.
This was very thick. I think that was probably 4 pots of coffee consolidated into 2 cups.
Yikes.
I think my eyes are vibrating right now.
I feel good.
I'll feel good.
I might have to cancel date night so we could rip another episode.
I know. I got to see my kids
I'm
and
just kidding.
stuff. Guy.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I got nothing. My brain is, I feel like there's a ping pong ball going inside of my head right now.
Know.
Anyway, hope everybody thinks you're not stupid.
I know. Thanks for watching.
We're
releasing BMP merch soon. Keep you posted. Got some.
How do you sign up? How do people sign up?
I don't know. Subscribe, hit that like button. We're on YouTube now. We're working on getting on Spotify and Apple right now.
Yep.
That's real soon. But yeah, hit us up on Instagram. Our DMs are open. We got so many people DMing us this weekend.
Crazy.
Like a whopping one. Don't even worry about it. Number's too big. It'll hurt your head.
It's kind of nerve wracking now. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dude, now when the clips go out, I'm like,
I know. And I really don't like watching myself or hearing myself.
Okay, I got to tell you something.
Hopefully someone's vetting these before they go out.
Yeah, I check them. I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
Don't let this get to your head. I had someone say, who's that sexy guy's voice? No, but for real, someone complimented. They said, you guys have good podcast voices. And I was like, oh, really?
Really?
And they were like, yeah, your brother's voice, like, just, it's perfect in the speakers of the car. And he was like, it just sounds real nice. Ow. And I was like, I'm going to tell him that. Oh, and then you know what else they're saying?
What?
I walk into the office, and one of the guys goes, yeah, so I had my elite mastermind with Tom. And I was like, no fucking way. Oh,
yeah,
hilarious.
buddy. That's funny.
But it was
Who was
so
it?
funny. Ralph. It was Ralph.
Ralph, the guy that doesn't send emails back to people. That Ralph.
Come on, Ralph. Yeah, it was
He
funny.
did send me a nice email. He didn't CC you, and I know why he didn't. He didn't CC you because he responded so late he didn't want to let you know.
Yeah, well, you know what? He messaged me about. I got to look at whatever it was. It was something going on. I don't remember the situation, and he texted me and was like, "Shit, not me doing this and not getting back to Anthony." And he was like, "Crap," and I was like,
And that's why I purposely misspelled his name with a PH.
"Did you?" Dude, I noticed clients do that. They spell it right, and then a few later they'll do PH, and I'm like, I know what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's what they're doing.
He's a great guy, though. He's a really good guy. But
His
anyway,
email was his. To be fair, his response was great. And
That's
I think
awesome.
He'll probably. I don't know. Let me check. I sent him an email, and then about a month later he responded, and then I responded right away. And now we've been about 2 weeks, and let me see. Nope, didn't get back to me. Ralph.
That's funny. But yeah, I walked in and they're like, my elite mastermind with Tom. And I was like, oh.
That's
That was
funny.
so funny.
I appreciate that. I would do that too.
Got some good feedback. Hey, our number one most viewed reel is about me talking about being a dad.
I saw that, but do you think that's
I think
because
it's because I shared it. I don't think it's. I don't know. Maybe people like it. Let's check real quick before we jump off. Number one most viewed reel is me talking about being a dad, and then immediately following that, we got a few that are tied. One of them we're talking about Watergate.
Watergate? We talked about Watergate?
It was our little rant. They're all pretty tied,
Oh.
actually. All of them are pretty
Okay.
tied. But it's doing well. I'm hyped. We're gonna drop some more clips.
That worries me that there's clips out there that I don't remember.
I vet them all. I check them all. It's all good. What's funny is during the podcast, I'm like, it's good. And then I watch the clips and I go, oh, I don't know.
I know.
I'm like,
well,
oh,
I skimmed
man.
through whichever ones that I was looking at, and that's fine. It's fine.
What's interesting is when the people that you think will never hear it texted you first. That's when it's crazy. like waking up. It's just funny.
It's a weird thing to just be like, wow, we're out there now.
Like one of our clients I really care about. Well, it's Sean from Scramblers. Like,
oh yeah,
great.
You sent me?
Yeah, it was an awesome text, but I was like, no way. I didn't know you listened to it.
I
That
want
was so
everybody's
cool.
criticism and feedback.
Yeah, I would
for
love.
sure.
I would love it.
I'm not trying to act like I know more than I do.
No, not at all.
In regards to what people want to hear or not hear.
Definitely.
I don't know.
I'm just being me. Just joshed my whole ear up real quick. What
I'm
was that about?
Let's
wrap it.
You Ralphed your ear up?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, man.
All right. I'm going to, when you see Ralph, ask him when he mailed his letter to me.
I will. I'll see him in the AM.
All right.
Dude, he brought ice cream into the office.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. So we got Fifth Element mugs. And I just came out and I was like, no way, using the mug. And there was a spoon
You put
in
ice
it.
cream in a mug?
I was like, what are you doing?
I like
yeah,
that.
he was having ice cream. Guess what flavor it was?
Rocky Road. Mint and chip.
The old, remember ube from Hawaii?
Ube, the purple stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ube and cheddar cheese ice cream.
What the F?
Yeah.
I don't think it's called ube. I think it was something else.
That's what he said, and he's not
Well, he
from
can't
here.
even spell Ralph correctly.
Ube.
Yeah, that's the... yeah, anyway.
It's like a purple thing.
Just wrap it. It's purple. We
All right,
ate some of
folks.
it before. I don't know if it's good.
What
Oh,
was good
wait.
were those dark rum floats at the...
Yeah, those were
Luau.
good. No, the... What's it called? The spam, rice, and seaweed.
Spam asubi or something like that.
Those were good.
I could.
The
those
golf
were 2
court,
bites.
the drink lady in Hawaii
yeah.
at Turtle Bay had them, and we were like, nom, 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 nom.
Dude, the coffee she made was amazing.
Yeah, they gave us Irish coffee on the
That
island
was so
for
good.
breakfast, whiskey in the morning,
But it wasn't. It was different. It was like Irish Hawaiian.
because it was like
Like
Kona
there's
blend.
rum.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It was so good.
That and then she
Masubi?
made like
Masubi?
spam asubi. I think it's spam asubi.
I don't think they say spam though.
I don't know. I'll ask Ralph tomorrow. He's not even Hawaiian. He's Filipino, but he just knows all those things.
Mm. Does he spell Filipino with a PH?
What you mean with an F? Filipino is a PH, isn't it?
No, it's an F.
No, it's not.
Hold on, I have to check bracers. Did I just botch that?
Yes, you've got it backwards.
No, dude.
Yes, you did. Filipinos with a PH.
I thought it was two. I thought Philippines was with a PH, and maybe I sound like an idiot.
It's like a derivative of
Ralph's gonna
Philippine.
shit on me now.
Yeah.
Hey
Yep.
Siri,
WRAL.
how do you spell
F.
Filipino?
Filipino.
F. I knew it.
What?
I nailed it.
Like Felipe's?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Cut this part out because my joke was hilarious. Have me second guessing myself. I think you
That's
spell
whack.
the Philippines with PH and then.
Why would they
Filipino.
do that?
Why? Because Ralph.
That makes no sense. I don't know. Whatever.
Dang it! Never question myself. All right. Anyway,
Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. We have 20-something subscribers now. Okay, last thing. Status update on our channels. Ready?
oh,
As of today, we have 20 subscribers, which is pretty dope.
that's pretty good.
69 followers on Instagram. Hell yeah. And TikTok, we have 0. I don't even care about whatever.
By the way,
Hit us up on TikTok.
I've never even had that.
TikTok?
Yeah,
Yeah,
never.
I know.
Okay. Going to Vegas tomorrow. I weighed in this morning at 263. Okay.
Dang.
Write that down. Okay. Because I'm planning on coming back at 285.
You should do a weigh-in. We can bring the
I
scale
literally
in here.
planned this to like get as light as I could before I go. And
This
when
is
I
my
tell you
work-
I'm going into a food coma, I'm not kidding.
This is my work pad, and I'm putting it into the work pad.
263. I'm going to weigh in again tomorrow morning because I've still been
I'm going to
doing
put it
my
on the
thing.
back.
All right.
I'll say-
263. It was like 263.4 this morning. If it gets any lower tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll tell you. I'm very curious to see. I'm guessing I'm coming back at least 15 pounds heavier.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. It'll feel good.
Yeah.
You'll sleep good.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
All right, Ralph.
Let's Ralph it up. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Wait, it's not official until I... All right.
Do that thing like Anchorman where they're like... What do you want me to bet on for you?
I want you to play craps for me, but I know that's a tough one.
I'll put 80 on 13 for you.
Thanks.
Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. Put $1 in a car. $1 in a car.